How to become an expert in writing skills. Short essay writing. Writing skill is an important skill as it reflects your personality. The way you communicate speaks a lot about you. So, practice the art of writing by watching all the videos of how to become an expert in writing skills carefully. Writing skills. How to write effective short essays is a series of video lessons for you to learn and master writing skills systematically. In the previous video, we discussed about how to write narrative essays effectively. If you haven't seen that yet, please do. The link is given in the description box below. Before we get into the program, don't forget to subscribe to itv Life Skills channel to not miss our excellent videos to build employability skills, professional skills, and life skills. itv Life Skills keeps you in touch with a wide variety of topics like education, employment, entertainment, economy, personality development, general knowledge, and world affairs. Subscribe to itv Life Skills to enrich you greatly in knowledge and skills. How to write effective comparison and contrast essays. Hey everyone! Do you know what a comparison and contrast essay is? Well, a compare and contrast essay analyzes two subjects by either comparing them or contrasting them or both. The purpose of writing a comparison or contrast essay is to illuminate subtle differences or unexpected similarities between two subjects. Comparing will be looking at what's similar, and contrasting will be looking at what's different between the two. Now, let's move on to discuss the steps in writing comparison and contrast essays. Are you ready? Alright, here we go. Step 1. Choose your subject and brainstorm similarities and differences. Your chosen two subjects must be different, but still in the same basket to create a meaningful compare and contrast essay. Make two lists, one list of similarities and another of differences. If you are a visual person, a Venn diagram can facilitate this process. Simply create two overlapping circles, one for each of the topics that you are comparing. Traits that differ are noted separately, within those that they share are written in the overlapping space. This is a helpful visual aid because it organizes similarities and differences clearly. All you have to do is glance at your Venn diagram to get a sense of the things that you could write about. If you prefer to focus on one subject at a time, jot your lists down on a blank sheet of paper and flip it over to the other side for the other subject. Remember to keep characteristics of the different subjects somewhat parallel. This will make it easier to structure a good argument. Let's look at an example of a Venn diagram about whales and fish. Let's look at the differences first. Whales have hair. They give live birth, and they breathe air. Whereas fish, on the other hand, have scales. They lay eggs, and they breathe water. In spite of these differences between whales and fish, they do have some similarities, which are: they live in water, they have fins, and they can swim. Step 2. Fixing your main argument. When you look at the lists you've made, what similarities and differences strike you as significant about the topic? That will be your main argument. Step 3. Decide on your organizational structure. You can write about one subject in detail and then switch to the other. Take, for example, you're comparing and contrasting women and men. You could write 2 paragraphs about qualities that are common to women, like they tend to be more compassionate, or they are good multitaskers, along with some points of similarities that they share with men, like they are capable of sacrificing self for the good of others. Then, you would focus on men in the next section, like men usually have superior physical strength and technical skills. Another strategy of writing compare and contrast essay is you can also go point by point throughout the essay. In this case, your first body paragraph might state, while men may not always show compassion for the problems of others, they are usually more likely to actually do something to fix these problems. You could also focus on similarities first and then differences. In this case, your first body paragraph might read like, the male and female brain are alike, and both men and women perform better when they feel appreciated and valued. Choose a structure that is suitable to your purpose of writing and makes sense for your argument. Step 4. Produce supporting evidence. In your essay, back up your assertions with evidence from research, reading, or personal experience. If you're comparing and contrasting cats and dogs, use personal anecdotes about friends and their pets to bolster your arguments. My roommate's dog always greets him when he comes home each day, but my cat never does. If you are writing about similarities and differences between the poetry of Shakespeare and Keats, include plenty of quotes from their poems to support your statements. With any information that you include, be sure to explain why it matters in the context of your larger argument. Step 5. Craft your essay with strong transitional words. In writing comparison-contrast essays, connectors help create coherence by indicating the relationship between ideas in sentences. Transitional words give your essay a nice flow from one statement to the next. When comparing, use words like both, likewise, and similarly. Like his brother, Ali was very intelligent. I grew up overseas in London. Similarly, my younger brother spent his childhood abroad in Singapore. These are examples of similarities. Words such as nonetheless, on the other hand, and whereas are ideal for forming a contrast. Unlike my elder brother, I feel shy when I meet new people. The life in London is very rapid. In contrast, life in Dammam is slower. Step 6. Proofread and revise carefully. Once you have finished, read your essay to check spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Do you understand now the process of writing a compare and contrast essay? I hope you got it. Shall we now discuss about the structure of a compare and contrast essay? All right, let's begin. How to organize a comparison-contrast essay. A comparison-contrast essay uses points of comparison to show how two topics in the same category are similar and/or different. A comparison-contrast essay can focus on similarities, differences, or both, depending on the writer's purpose. Introduction. The introduction presents the subject that is to be compared or contrasted and provides background information that helps the reader understand the writer's point of view. The introduction ends with a thesis statement that focuses on the essay. Body paragraphs. The body paragraphs have clear topic sentences that communicate whether the controlling idea will focus on similarities or differences. Each topic sentence is followed by supporting ideas about both topics. The topics being compared are addressed in the same order for clarity. Conclusion. A conclusion summarizes the differences and similarities. The writer draws a conclusion based on the information presented in the body paragraphs. In writing a compare and contrast essay, you can use connecting words to have a smooth flow of your writing. What are comparison-contrast connectors? Well, let's see. Comparison-contrast connectors. In comparison-contrast essays, connectors help create coherence by indicating the relationship between ideas in sentences. Connectors that show similarity. Use connectors such as like plus a noun phrase or similarly to show similarity. Like her sister, Sarah was very tall. I grew up overseas in Dubai. Similarly, my wife spent her childhood abroad in Japan. Connectors that show contrast. Use connectors like Unlike plus noun phrase, or in contrast to show contrast. Unlike my father, I feel shy when I meet new people. The pace of life in New York is very rapid. In contrast, life in Riyadh is slower.
All right, here is a model essay for you. Listen and read the essay carefully. This is an easy and excellent example for you to practice.
Studying at Jubail Industrial College or at Jubail University College. Jubail Industrial College and Jubail University College are the best choice for students who want to excel in their professional life. The right choice of a college is very essential for high school students, as this plays an important role in the shaping of their future life. The purpose of this essay is to show similarities and differences between JIC and JUC. I will compare between the two colleges in terms of facilities, teaching staff, and academic programs. The first point of comparison is facilities. Both colleges have their own facilities, such as the central library, masjid, dining hall, entertainment areas, and cafeteria. The facilities in JUC are very small in size. In contrast, JIC has big size facilities. For example, the central library of JIC is 10 times bigger than the library of JUC. The same is true with regard to the masjid, the dining hall, and the cafeterias. Furthermore, JIC has some facilities that JUC does not have, such as the gymnasium and the students' dormitories. Last but not the least, the facilities of JUC are temporary. When it comes to the teaching staff in JIC and JUC, we can easily notice that both colleges recruit teachers from different parts of the world with high degrees and high qualifications. The only difference between the two colleges is the number of faculty members in each college. For instance, the number of JIC teachers is 4 times as big as the number of teachers in JUC. One more difference is the percentage of Saudi teachers in JIC, which is almost 50%, while in JUC it does not exceed 20%. The last point of comparison is the academic programs. Like JIC, JUC offers mechanical engineering, computer science, and business programs. All the programs offered by JUC are bachelor programs. However, JIC offers, in addition to BA programs, associate diploma in a number of specializations such as electrical technology, chemistry, and business, just to name a few. It is worth mentioning, however, that the programs offered by the two colleges are of high quality. Here are the main similarities and differences between JIC and JUC. As we can see, both colleges are similar and different when it comes to their facilities, teachers, and academic programs. Therefore, it is important that you consider your preference and choose the college that best suits your personal needs. If you were to write a comparison of college and high school, you might decide on the following 3 points: cost of attending high school and college, workload in high school and college, social aspects of high school and college. Using the point-by-point method helps your readers see the points more clearly. You would then need to draft 5 paragraphs for your essay. So, it would go something like this. The introduction and thesis would be items to be compared, reasons for comparison, and main points. Then, it would be cost of attending high school and college. The next paragraph would be about workload in high school and college. Then the next would be about the social aspects of high school and college. And the conclusion would summarize or restate the main points and may indicate a preference for one of the 2 items being compared.
All right, here is a model essay for you. Listen and read the essay carefully. This is an easy and excellent example for you to practice.
Comparison, contrast, essay. Large leap. The leap from high school to college is a large one. Many students enter post-secondary education expecting the experience to be the same as the one they had while at secondary school. These students quickly realize just how different college is. College costs more, presents more academic challenges, and offers a more social environment than high school. First, in terms of cost, college is more expensive than high school because of tuition, living expenses, and books. College students must worry about the hostel charges. In contrast, high school students have no living expenses because the majority of high school students live at home with their parents. Second, the workload in college is more challenging than that of high school. There are more assignments in college, and they are also more challenging and can take up to 8 hours to complete successfully. In contrast, high school students do not have to commit as much time and effort to their assignments and can often finish all of their homework in the same amount of time it takes a college student to complete a single assignment. Third, in college, there are more activities, sports, and clubs for students to participate in than in high school. College students have the benefits of being able to join varsity sports teams, gyms, pools, and weight rooms. In contrast, high schools offer basics. Furthermore, colleges offer more clubs than high schools do. High schools may have some clubs or groups that students can join. Athletic facilities, social events, clubs, and special interest groups show the college environment to be much more social than the high school environment. On the basis of financial, academic, and social aspects, college is more costly, more academically challenging, and more socially stimulating than high school. These differences need to be taken into account by those students who are entering college from high school. If new post-secondary students are conscious of these differences, they will be more adequately prepared for the challenges that college can present. This essay consisted of 337 words. Now it's time to practice. We will give you many topics here to practice on your own to become a master of writing skills, especially short essay writing. Compare and contrast essay topics for your practice. Living in big cities versus small villages. Qualities of bad and good teachers. Effects of printed ads and TV commercials. Spending your vacation on the beach or in mountains. Outdoor or video games. Facebook versus Twitter. Driving a car and driving a bike. Working at home or in the office. Vegetables and fruits, the differences and similarities between the two. Compare your current home and a house of your dreams. Traditional versus online education. Facebook or Instagram. Apple versus Samsung. Introverts or extroverts. E-books or textbooks. Common things between high schools and colleges. Similarities between human beings and chimps. TV or newspapers. Popularity of Pepsi and Coke. Working in a huge corporation or in startups. KFC versus McDonald's. Burgers versus vegetarian meals. The convenience of laptops and tablets. Selfies versus traditional photos. I hope you enjoyed this video fully. Don't forget to subscribe to ITV to get many more interesting life skills for you. Our next program is How to Write Opinion Essays. Stay tuned to ITV. Have a wonderful day and good luck!